ringside. This is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. And introducing on the right of your screen from Atlanta, Georgia, 228 pounds, Carl Fergie. Going against him from Huntsville, Alabama, 227 pounds, with his manager, Jimmy Hart's beautiful Bobby Eaton. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee is Jerry Calhoun. Beautiful Bobby. Removing the robe and the crown. And as soon as Jimmy Hart steps out of there, we will wait the signal from the referee to ring the bell and get this one underway. Again, one fall, 15 minutes will be the time limit on it. Well, we are underway. Eaton against Carl Fergie. Fergie, we tend to think of as a young wrestler sometimes who has not been wrestling for very many months. Actually, he's been wrestling a little bit longer than that. And as has been mentioned before, he may be one of the most underrated wrestlers anywhere around. Doesn't get lots of publicity. He'll give you a battle every time he steps through those ropes and into the ring. Got Eaton back on the ropes right now. Now, Bobby Eaton says, hey, he didn't hit me with that fist, but he was thinking about it, referee.
You know, Carl is such a really substantial, unassuming guy that a lot of people that go in the ring make the mistake of saying, oh, yeah, I'll beat this guy in a hurry. We'll be nothing, do this. There's a good example right there. It just doesn't happen, Dave. He goes down with that arm bar on the mat. And Hart, by and large, hollering and screaming about the hair pulling. Referee Jerry Calhoun trying to get in between and get them broken up. Ah, there's one big shoulder from Carl Fergie. Bobby Eaton down on the deck. Arm drag takes him over, bars it up tight. And Jimmy Hart again says, hey, don't get worried, don't get worried. Watch my boy, Carl Fergie. He's watching him all right. He's doing a pretty good job of handling him. One count, he really wasn't in a position to get a pin. Putting punishment on Bobby. Eaton, the holder of the NWA Mid-America Championship.
Eaton making good use of the ropes so far in the match.
Yeah, and that's not all bad, Dave. We've discoursed on that before, the fact that that's a smart wrestler who will make use of it. Sometimes it becomes irritating to see a guy constantly go to the ropes in there whenever he's in the slightest trouble, but by and large, it's good, smart tactics. And Carl Fergie, not worried about the tactics, anything else. He's thinking of one thing, and do what he is, and that is wrestle. Carl giving Bobby Eaton, beautiful Bobby, a real hard way to go. One fall, 15-minute time limit bout.
We're 2 minutes, 35 seconds into it right now.
Hart with a jumping jack chair of his, up and down and up and down. Fergie with a wrist trying to turn it over. Bobby Eaton goes for the eyes. Well, he misses. Fergie stepped aside. He hit the turnbuckle. Bang back out. Fergie took him right around. Goes into it on the deck with that arm bar in there. Carl Fergie hanging up tight. Beautiful Bobby hollering for Jimmy down there. I guess he wants him to throw him a cannon or something like that to get Fergie off of him.
Or at least that cane that he carries.
Yeah, and down into the small package one. Ooh, and the Mid-America heavyweight champ just about went down on a 3 count as he goes to the eyes.
We're 3 minutes, 45 seconds into it.
Yeah. Why don't you sit down, Jimmy, and just quit the conversation? There's the big right hand with the referee blocked off. Eaton nails Carl Fergie right in the face. Big backdrop, and Fergie is down. Eaton can go. There's no doubt about that. Two, and Carl kicks him off. But you know, all the Hart's wrestlers come out of what I refer to as the old Sputnik Monroe school of wrestling. When in doubt, cheat. And you just saw it a bit ago as Fergie. The first thing that Eaton did was not come back with a good counter move. He just went to gouge his eye. Look at that. Oh, did he ring his bell? He sent Eaton all the way across the ring. Fergie out. He's gotten that dander up in there. Sit down, Jimmy. Crying out loud. Back drop. Bobby Eaton down. 1, 2. And that's all Carl got out of Bobby Eaton.
We're close to the 5-minute mark.
It's Eaton. Down on his knees. Fergie goes astride, hooks that arm back up. Got a bar to the outside on that arm. Referee asking him whether he wants to give it up, but Carl was really not in a position to get it as far over as he needed to. He's loosening it up, taking the kinks out of it. And going to the hair is beautiful Bobby, who takes Fergie down to the mat. But somewhere about the 5-minute mark, we've got 2/3 of the match to go.
Right.
Guess we're really closer to 6 minutes. Bobby Eaton. There's Jimmy Hart. Jimmy, please sit down and just stay where you're supposed to stay.
We're 6 minutes in right now. 6 minutes.
Two things Jimmy Hart can smell. One is money, and the other is a camera, so he can get in there and hog it and make noise and all of that kind of stuff. Put to the midsection. Eaton. Once again, world-famous hair pull right there by Bobby Eaton as he took Carl Fergie right off his feet while the referee was over with Jimmy Hart. The sad thing about a guy like Eaton is, sure, he's got the Mid-America heavyweight title, but he can wrestle. He can really go. But finds it cheaper and easier to go that shortcut way. Eaton foot to the midsection. Nails Carl with a right hand. Follows it up. Into the rope. Off with a whip. Oh, man. Point of the elbow right on the button. And look at Eaton with those legs flying over. 1, 2, but Carl saves it. Had my hand on a rope, Dave. I thought that was it.
Thought he had it, too.
Look at Fergie fight back.
We're 7.5 minutes in, so the time is half gone in the match.
Halfway through the bout, Carl Fergie would be ahead on points on my card, but Eaton, dangerous, looking here, going over. Fergie caught by a Hart with a foot. We saw it. Eaton misses Fergie, and Fergie is out. He grabs Jimmy Hart. Bobby Eaton comes and drops down with a knee. The referee saved Hart's neck right there as Fergie went after him, and coming off the ropes, Eaton 1, 2, 3. And beautiful Bobby Eaton getting a win over Carl Fergie with the benefit of Hart. Now, in that case, Hart thought he had turned the tide by tripping Carl. Eaton missed him, couldn't get the clincher, but while Carl's back was turned, that's when Bobby Eaton came over and slammed him on the back. Yeah, I know. Oh, I wish he'd have had you by that time.
Yeah. 8:03 the time.
8:03, Davey. Okay, we've got more action. Carl Fergie, a substantial effort. You bet.